Well, I'm sweaty as balls.
Hey everybody, I'm 16-year-old Killian, and I fix all kinds of things. Now, let's see what we got us today. Alright, there we go. Welcome to the next episode of working on my car. And as I told you in the last one, we're working on brake lines. Now, my fuel tank's like right here. Let me switch you around because I got a few things to show you. What you're looking at here is the rear left wheel. And right there, if you follow that, is the brake line that heads straight into the wheel cylinder. Now, what I'm probably going to do is keep these two rear wheel cylinders because the whole rear set of all the drum stuff's good in the rear. It's just a bit more worn in the front. One thing I'm happy I've done is get, not copper because hell nah, but I got nickel copper brake lines. Here's 25 feet of the stuff, and wow, this stuff, it's so flexible. It doesn't rust, of course, because copper, what's it like? I heard 88% copper. And man, this stuff, it's going to be perfect. It is 3/16, making it somewhat thin, and therefore it's going to be, I'd say, really easy to bleed these brakes. I won't need a lot of fluid. And man, I can't wait to bend this stuff up. I was so worried about it being hard before. And there's also, hey, man, I gotta get on the ground again. Hold up. So we're back under the car here, and right on top of the axle, you see that there's this brake line manifold. But what happened was this line broke off right there, and I was like, oh man, am I gonna have to replace this whole manifold because it's like $27. It does come with that rubber line at the end there that's still good, but still, I took it out of here and I was like, why is it going to a shock tower? And I was like, oh, it's a vent line. Why does it need a vent line? I don't know, but it's there. So I'll probably just get like a new, what is this, 3/8, 3/16 hose to run up there. You know, I'll replace some rubber. A lot of the rubber under this car is surprisingly good, and that just saves a lot of hassle. Okay, so here's the old master cylinder. You know, I got this rod here that I still have to get out somehow. I gotta figure out how that does come out. But the top to this thing I've never got to open, so what I decided to do is try to chisel it open because the sides are slotted to allow a screwdriver to kind of catch on. But that didn't work quite well. It ended up just going through in one spot, so I was like, hey, this is thin metal. How about I just go through it all? So now, I really just got the whole damn thing out the way. Is it really about to snap? Hell yeah. See? Thin steel. Does anyone want a used water pump to a Dodge 3.7? Anyways, I haven't seen this thing move. It might need some work. I got the new one in there. I'll show you that in a second. So, I successfully hammered it out, but it kind of just did one of those. Flew over down here. I don't think it's hurt. Do you guys see it for me? Yes, I do need to record with my GoPro. Now I know. I'll take all the files off that so I have some room. Speaking of room, I don't got much of that physical room. Let me pick it up. I'm just looking at it here. Sure, it needs some cleaning up, but it seems to be perfectly straight. And I didn't bugger up the end there. Awesome. I'll give this a good wipe down, throw in the new master cylinder in this thing, and it'll be good. Here we go. My hands are clean enough. I painted this thing blue. I think it turned out really good. It came to me as bare metal, so I thought this was the best thing to do. Wow, look at that.
There's the hole it slides in. I'll check out the other one for guidance on how to put it in there. Maybe do some checking while it's on the car. I'll see. I want to do this right.
Alright, so with the brake master cylinder all the way on, it's now brake line time. I'm making a YouTube! Now you can see where this metal line connected right there, that split into the rubber. And all along here, hey, just for now, I just want to let you guys know I didn't even make a leak in my fuel line. But, okay, let me back you up. I've got this brake line all loosened up, disconnected from every clip in this system, so it's ready to drop out. Let me do this off camera. Oh shit. Alright. So I'm out. I had to squeeze that thing and buy so many lines and hoses and what have you. But can I give you guys a clear image at this? Yeah, it's long. It's not 25 feet long, which is good. I'm certain that I'm gonna be able to run all the brake lines through that car without having to buy another roll. My friends kept telling me, oh, no way, you're gonna need more than 25 feet. That could be worse. So I'm getting them all off in the rear here. You see I already got the one for the left side. See, it goes up there. But that side did it as well. What a lot of the time they do is when you go to turn this fitting, it's like rust welded to the actual line, so it turns the line as well. And let me tell you what, that makes it so hard to turn. But hey, if you have to bend these things up a little bit, that's okay. All you really need is the length of the line to match up to the new stuff. Then you can bend it as you put it in. So here I've got the brake line that I'm gonna use to run from that manifold piece there to that wheel. Now, it's all fitting nicely, and I got these tube nuts on. That one needs some help, but I just need to bend that a little bit. And to get this into the perfect shape it is now, other than that bend, I've been using a really thick socket, such as this, that has a ridge at the end, so I can use that to put the brake line on. And what that does is it makes the brake line form into this shape without what do you say? Without, kinking, I guess you could call it. And it works really well. You see, I haven't messed up this one bit. It's in fine shape. So I'm just gonna do that and put it on. Here we are, and I don't know if this is perfect, but it looks pretty damn good. Let me show it to you. I hope you guys can tell which one's the old line, but I kind of just mocked it up so it's similar in length. I think that's pretty damn good. So I hope you guys understand, putting in long ass brake lines like this, if you can see that, it's not the rusted one, by the way. It's not an easy job, so it's not something I want to have a camera in my face while I'm doing. But it's done now. That fuel line, that big ass 10-foot fuel line's all hooked up. So with that done, I gotta move on to other parts of the brake system. That's what this video is about anyway. So I got this drum here apart. That's freaky. And here's my wheel cylinders cups. They're pretty dirty in there. Same with in there. I just got it loose right now. I'm gonna look into it and see if it's possible to rebuild it, because the seals are good. It might be just seized from age. I'm a cheapskate, guys, I know. Let me be. Okay, so here's the thing. I got my parts cleaner right here, right? With some degreaser in it. And I've got two piles. I'm gonna do this with every wheel cylinder on this car that's worth keeping. I got the
don't put in the part washer pile, and I got the put in the part washer pile. Like the piston, the wheel cylinder body, these pins, these like metal components, bleeder valve. This stuff I'm gonna soak and brush off with the degreaser and try to get back. Just maybe. Hold up. I'm gonna need 2 hands to get that on. Hold up. So I ended up just doing this side as well. That's all done up and it went in good. And this wheel cylinder, if I can, okay, I'm not getting that off with one hand, but this wheel cylinder turned out even better. I want that off. Okay, here we are. So all you can really tell from the outside here is that it's not rusted out and the rubber's good, just like that side. And the inside is like totally clean, which is good. This one actually had some fluid still in it that pushed out when I hammered out the one side of it, but whatever. That's good. That makes me happy. I hate jacking up the front of this car. Unlike a Mustang, I'm pretty sure they have one. This car has no cross member. Look, it's just mounted, everything's mounted straight to the frame up there. So that means there's nothing in the middle to jack it up from. So I kind of have to do some sketchy shit from the side, which never looks good. Then it's a bit wobbly back there, so I have that jack. I mean, then it shifts that to that side. It takes forever. But anyways, this is the best wheel cylinder. This thing, I bet, will come out great. Because see, there is no surface rust on that. What? So I don't even know if there is a right way to do this, but to get this out of here, I'm kind of just doing one of those, because that doesn't want to loosen up too well. You're welcome. I'm actually recording with my GoPro again. I had to just get a few files off of it and upload episode 4. Yeah, I'm that far behind. But hey, the rear drums are done and I'm not going to even replace the wheel cylinders. But even though that one was okay, honestly, it was still shot. That the front right wheel cylinder, it was okay, but the rubber was scored. You could tell it was in good shape, just had a lot of miles on it. But anyways, I want to show you guys a little trick to getting these broken tube nuts off, these line nuts off. See how this one snapped? Now, I tried turning it the most I could. I even have a tube nut wrench, wherever that is. Here it is, with a 3/8 and 7/16, two very common sizes. So what I like to do is, of course, the standard, spray it down with some kind of PB blaster, lubricant, WD-40, you know all of them. And one thing people usually don't do is actually wipe the threads. You see, I actually got them pretty damn clean there. And that's on the outside, but still, this isn't gonna be that tight. It's just tight enough that it turns this whole bracket or breaks the line. That's not strange. That's totally normal. So I like to just wipe them off. I've already sprayed this enough times. I know I'm about to get it, but here's the next step. All right, so here I am. I got it hooked on this vise here that's, well, it's clamped down enough. But what really matters is that the vise is clamped down on your bracket. You just need some way to get some leverage, and this is how I like to do it. Grab yourself a good pair of vice grips. Doesn't matter if it's rounded off, but get it on that tube nut. It's already at the right setting. And kind of play with it until, yeah, it's moving the bracket a bit too much. I don't want to tighten it down too much because there's actually a bend where I got it set. But if I move it up a little bit, I can get past that. Or just flatten it out. You're gonna want this tight. If that doesn't get it, I don't know what will. There you go. Now, if that somehow doesn't work for you,
what I've heard you can do is actually soak this in oil. And the oil, I guess, really seeps in these threads. But hey, I've never had them so bad to where I've had to go down to doing that. Just spin it off and gain it right. Should mean your threads on the inside there are clean, ready for a new tube nut.
All right, folks. So I just got all these parts painted. The adjuster, some pins with springs, and this spring just because it was small in there. But I'm so glad I got this. It has a piece on it. I'm so glad I got that piece unstuck because I did not want to have to buy another one. I bought a whole self-adjuster kit for the right side, the front right drum, but this side was still messed up in its own way, so fixing that means that it should work too. Not bad. So I'm starting to have a problem I was scared of. This rubber line doesn't even look that bad. None of them do. I mean, they look okay from the outside, but I can't seem to get any air to blow through it, meaning it's clogged. So what I did is I took this jet file here and stuck one of the needles through it. You can't see that well, but it's covered in black sludge. Oily looking, old brake fluid looking sludge. So I might have to buy new lines, but hopefully because I have this tool at my disposal, I can just keep using this and try to free it up because the clogs are probably at the ends. Wish me luck. Okay, so great news, everybody. I'm about to save $16 it was at CJ Pony Parts on this brake line because I've been sticking this single needle in and out. Let me get it out. It really gets dirty every time, but I've been doing it to both ends. I really had, I'm not even kidding when I tell you I had to hammer it in there. But listen. Air coming out the other side. I just gotta, I mean, it's not a lot of air, but it's getting there.
Studios in St. Pete.
Do yourself and your wallet a favor and don't break these. Oh, this side. You see, this kit comes with the brand new bracket along with the other goodies that are still in great shape, but you know, they're shiny on this. So I'll rip this bag apart, throw them on there, and sadly I can't tie it all together because I don't have my wheel cylinders yet. This decided to arrive before them. I think I'm getting my wheel cylinders tomorrow, but even stuff like this, look at that difference. Ain't that just pretty? Hell, this might even be worn. Wow. You can't go wrong with a PB&J. Ah, that's already off. Nice. Now, you might notice I'm not out by my car. That's not normal for me. I should be. I was actually just running it for a bit. But my wheel cylinders aren't here. I already rebuilt the back two. I think I told you guys that. But my fronts haven't arrived yet. I just replaced the fronts, but they've been out for delivery, according to the USPS eBay guy, since 6 o'clock this morning. It's after school now. Like, I just had my buddy over, he left now, to help me bleed the brakes because I swore they would be here by now. But no, you got a little dirt in your eye.
So I'm kind of just sitting around doing nothing because all I do is work in my car. I'll probably upload a video because I don't do that. All right. Hope I get some good spreadage on that one. I'll see. Okay. I think it's what, 5? Oh shit, my neighbor's over there. I'm gonna go hang out with him after this video. But it's been about 5 days now since I recorded that sandwich video, and since then I've been kind of just playing with the car. That's because I got the front brakes working. The wheel cylinders got here later that night when I recorded that, and I installed them. They were working by the next day. It was super easy, straightforward shit. So now it's just about getting these rear brakes working. And the reason I got a 5/8 wrench right here, it goes to this rubber hose, is because, so I'm out of breath, and I got done with that work from earlier. It didn't end up clearing out, but you know, the pedal got harder, so it still stops quicker. That's good enough for now. The front brakes, I got them dialed in, they're great. But man, I just want to take you guys on a little ride, because this thing, oh god, it's so nice now. I swear it runs like a brand new car. Where am I supposed to set y'all up? I'll just find a way to hold this. But look how she starts up. This thing is so fucking canned. I'm gonna try to go slowly. It's hard with one hand. I just wanted to do that by myself, where I had 2 hands and 2 eyes. But I actually got a clip of when me and my buddy went back to the house of where we found the car back there in the woods. I'll show you guys that right now. Go, brother. Yee-hoo! On the road again for a second. Oh, bumpy road. Now here, back here in the woods is actually where I found this car with an ex of mine 6 months ago, I think. And that's where we're headed back to. These people are gonna love it. If they're home. Is that person in there? Yeah. Let's not rev it up yet. Let's go say hi. Now you can tell that I was like so excited. We talked to the family who lived there, and I got to check out what they had in the garage. It was another old Mustang. I could tell it was a 64 to 66 from the taillights. It was so covered up, it was like so dusty as well. Probably sitting for as long as this one has. Also probably in better shape. But yeah, man, all the work I've done to this. Now I just got to do all the odds and ends and button it up. Let's not get my seat too dirty. Original, I'm telling you, everything on this damn car is original. Wow. Anyways, I'll probably have some friends over later today. Let's turn this off. Well, I'm sweaty as balls, but hey, you guys know what to do. Like the video, and subscribing's totally free. It helps me out so much, because if you can't already tell from my enthusiasm, I love making these videos. I just really want to put this car out there in the world and show like, hey, this is what a 16-year-old can do. I need a break in the water. See you guys. Within 4 months, I got it out of here with these guys to this.